is me, your friend Schmuel. How's everyone doing? I just finished Mr. Hughes's stream, so I thought I'd pop in for a few minutes, considering that it's going to take me a while to get home anyway. And there we go. I kind of wanted to talk about what we were talking about on there, some Geno, some Karmic, and some other stuff, but we'll cover some other things. I like it's my boy Echo. Oh, here he is. I like the Santa pineapple. I didn't notice that before, but I I did like that. It's the Sorcerer Gypsy. Yeah, I got what's his name? Uh I can't remember. Panhandler said you let him know you enjoyed yesterday's show, and I enjoyed it as well. Um I am in my office, which is in Queens and very noisy, but I like being here. My hat is off my head, oddly, or my camera's tilted, one of the two. Uh, but that's where I am, Sorcerer. And one of these days, I have to get you on. I want to talk to you about some psychological stuff. And yes, Mintiggity, Pat's coming, Pat's coming. Um, I I don't know if Pat has seen that yet. That's what I'm afraid of. Um, I love you, but this is the gayest thing since Power Rangers. Uh, wow, I wonder if they are. Um, Send Granny the link. Uh, I don't know that we're going to be able to do that tonight, Cigarette Jones. Are you a Boy Scout? No, this is actually a balaclava, which I could show you, but it's one of those things, it comes up over your neck. It's very cold here in New York. Sorcerer Gypsy for $1.99. Panhandler is lying. I believe that he is. I believe that he is. Echo Pineapple, good idea. Send Granny the link. I don't know that I have the energy to send Granny the link. I feel like that might be a little bit taxing, but we'll see what happens as we progress. But I will. What do you call it? I will let my other friend know that we are live, and see if he'd like to pop in. I'm going to assume that it's oh, there he is. I was just going to text Dave and tell him I was on, and he's welcome to join me. Have you figured mommy out since she's become single? I didn't know that mommy was single. I thought she was married. I don't really know enough. Sorcerer Gypsy asks an amazingly appropriate question. Dave, are you going to be on Saturday? And Dave, we're doing a Dabbleverse award show. Why do we not have times and places and all of that stuff? Or is it me? Any it's possible. It's possible. Young old vibes. Granny deserves redemption. Everyone deserves redemption, but you have to demonstrate that, right? I mean, they don't let the guy who's sober for 24 hours run the AA meeting. So let's just see that. Kim Nicholson. We love Kim. Hi, all. Hey, Kim. Is this a pre-snack show before the 16-hour snack show at Echo Pineapple 3? And God, Echo's going to do a 16-hour and 40-minute show. That's insane. And I'm making noise, guys, because I'm going to rip some paper. And knock something off my desk. Oh, yeah. An old school. Remember these? A telephone with a wire. I'm at my desk. And Eckel has wax snacks. Uh, I don't know what the I don't know what the British snacks are. Are they like our stuff here in the States? And I don't really eat that stuff, but um, I could. I I I'm amazed though because I'm in kind of this. It's a very ethnic neighborhood, and a lot of snacks, South American snacks, Central American snacks, and whatnot, and they all come down to something fried, whether it's bananas or uh, chicharrones or any of those things. So there we go. Uh, Cigarette Jones, I'm going to stick it to Schmuel. Think he's above reviewing Joey C. Rocco reviews him. I was not. I don't think I made a comment. No, I'm kidding. Uh, Joey C is you do the best Joey C stuff, and when I want to get my Joey C information, I actually turn to you guys. Um, but I thought Joey had like left us, so that was my thing. So hang on a sec, folks. Let me just do this invite guest thing because I see some fantastic people. And uh, if anybody knows Elon Musk or gets the chance to talk to Elon Musk, tell him that his desktop app has sucked dick lately. And there we go. Wow. So there's one off, one link, and we have not gotten started yet, Michaela, so you don't have to worry about it. Um, Jake Hudson, Jake Hudson knows Elon. It's pretty funny. Are you near Astoria? Maybe you see Ray walking the streets when he's in town. I could throw a stone to Astoria, and I actually do see Ray when he's in town, but it's usually on purpose. But New York is a weird place because it's like we're very close to each other, but it could be like a world apart. Uh, Maybe more Manhattan than Queens. The neighborhoods differentiate a little more smoothly here, but definitely in Manhattan, it's like you can be on 22nd and then go to 24th, and it's complete. It 23rd makes it a completely different neighborhood. Um, and it's not like across the tracks kind of thing, because that's usually what you see. Like you'll see um, sometimes a main street or a commercial street, or it'll be the people on the other side of the tracks. It could literally just be the next block, and you have no reason in your mind that you can figure out why it is. Um, Eckel, I'm with the pups right now. I wish I was with my pup. So, yeah, this morning I was on the train, and Mrs. Buckman texted me. She was at the vet with the dog, and they heard the dog had a heart murmur and it was loud. My dog is 12. And so we spent 1,298 and 70 something cents for an echocardiogram and a cardiac consult today to find out that my dog has a leaky heart valve, which ain't great, but he's not going to, he's not dropping dead anytime soon. And I was kind of laughing because I don't really have a lot of emotion when it comes to things and like people dying and whatnot. But man, I started to tear up when I thought about losing this guy. And he's the best. He's the best. And I got him a month after my last dog of 15 years died. Um, so uh, and I didn't think he was gonna I don't know how to explain it, but they all become um the dog definitely does replace the other dog. Um, and in the beginning, you're doing all the similarities and stuff, and then you're doing different, and then they become their own. Um, uh, Metal lives. Hi, Schmuel. We should all come back as vets. Hi, yeah, vets are dentists. But vets are unbelievable. Um, so yeah, and I I don't I should have a script for when I come on screen, but I really wasn't planning on coming on. I'm just our boy Husey finishes early, and I kind of wanted to go over a couple of things. Husey's show was it's got a lot of people on it, but with Echo and Husey and Mommy, they much clearer thinkers than I am. So I figured I would do it over here, but I want to kind of into it. I want to talk a little bit in a minute about Gino and the Keanu stuff and kind of what we talked about on Husey. Um, he finishes because he has no clips. Uh, look, it, here's here's the thing with clips are I think clips are fine, and I like the way you guys do them. I think some guys rely on them too heavily. I don't think you guys do. I get the feeling that some people don't actually watch the clips um, before they put them on stream. They just put them up and then they're going to wing it. And I think that Husey, Rochi watched them at NJ Ranger and Flimsy. A nice podcast, Stupid Live. New name, new logo. How does Cookie feel about you streaming every day? I'm not streaming every day, but I don't know. I guess okay. And Dad, she's grateful he's not yapping at her for a few hours, probably. Um, she's out with the girls tonight. She's Saturday night is our night, although I have to interrupt that a little bit um, because of tomorrow is an annual Christmas party that we go to at a friend's house, and also um, the Dabbleverse Award show. So I'm waiting for. I know I've been invited, but I don't know at what time yet. So I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna mute for a second while I. There we go. A lot of talking today. Um, Shit show. You got any Crown Royal or Kratom? No, I don't. Um, Husey Entertainment. Clip shows are too long, and it means that about 6 shows are all exact same. Um, I don't look, man. Um, every show is different, and you kind of find the show that you like. This is sort of one of the things with the Dabbleverse that I kind of don't understand. Yeah, we're going to talk about Karmic. He's a character. We're going to talk about other people, but there's a particular clip show. It's okay. I don't really watch it that much, but I don't feel the need to uh, slam on it too much. And some clip shows are cool. Some stuff are just too long, but you know, sometimes like uh, you people do long shows, and NJ Ranger and I like NJ says 4 hour shows are fine, and I'm not a fan of 4 hour shows, but I do watch his. But his does work for me because it gets I download it and then I listen to it as I'm going back and forth on the train, so it takes me a couple of days to get through. Um, or Echo Pineapple 3, plan conversation topics. Well, the clips are planned and they do discuss that stuff. So I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair, Husey, to be criticizing um, Echo on ball washing. Look, I think it's fair to be criticizing anybody, but if you're not, if it's not your show, it's not your show. I kinda like Echo, but it's tough for me to watch them all. I gotta download them because it goes on for quite a while, and it's, Saturdays not during the summer. I'm not really, like, sitting around, listening to that. Uh, I'm mostly jealous of people who have that amount of time free, 4 hours. Well, the listeners get to listen to it while they're doing stuff, but, he doesn't stream during the week, right? So it's all done on the weekend. Um, Look, and if you're gonna do a stream on Thursday afternoon, be friends with Granny because he doesn't have a job, and boom, he can pop on whenever he wants. Um, I Look, I think Husey is, probably one of the best streamers I've seen. He's actually one of the most naturally funny people, but why am I talking about this? Because 'Cause I'll just wind up, as usual, getting myself in trouble. Um, do you feel hold on, do you feel you're harming society by being, whatever? Hold on, cigar lighting time. Uh, Dabble shows with no attempt at being funny. No, I think the responsibility, the burden, the onus is on you. You can turn them off. Um, Dan from Nice Pot, who doesn't have 8 hours every weekend to watch clips? Don't know. So that's up to you. Pat's coming. Pat's coming. First cigar brag of night. It's actually my second. I had one on Hughesy's, but I'm smoking cigarillos, not the big ones. Um, and I have to quit smoking soon. Why not eat an apple instead of smoking the dog turd? Would you like to hear me eating an apple? So, LOL. Dan has a week off after being on 3 to 4 times a week. You know, um, I so this is the thing, man. Echo, 1,000 subscribers, more than that. Uh, People watching, memberships, killing it, super chips, super chats. Um, Husey does really well. And these other guys that just complain about everything. I don't see the growth, and I don't see the benefit. So there we go. Mint diggity, oral fixation. You want to come over, big boy? Um, Werther's shit show. Look, I agree with you, and I'm not right. I'm not disagreeing with you, but could you imagine? Anti Dan action by KB. Some threat not to react to $2 ones. This is pure greed, and it's wrong. I disagree because it's what happens is that uh, if it's the same person with $2 chats and it's just sort of the same crap over and over again, I do get kind of sick of it. Um, so I get it. I mean, I get it. I get it. I think it has to be a case by case basis, but Mr. Panella, $2 Dan, the silly euro has been grifting with Granny. Don't listen to the fruit. Um, I don't hold on. Husey had a comment back here, and then uh, smoking is gay. Yes, it is. No kidding. Um, Buckland, I'm exhausted of. I'm tired of hanging around. When do I get my ranch? Drunken Donuts. I don't know. Maybe Carmi can give you one. Um, so I got memberships, guys, and I think what's going to happen in the future is on some of these like Friday things that I'm doing and some of the shit that I'm doing from the office. I don't think they're going to be membership only shows, but I think we might do a membership, just do chat members only. Um, Husey Entertainment, Jimmy I 319. I'll give BYB credit for this. You know well in advance exactly what each episode is going to be about. Interesting. Um, I don't really want to like. I don't know. I guess if it's like, yeah, it's nice if you don't have to watch it. Come on, who has to watch it, right? Who has to watch anything? Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I wonder. I mean, QZ, I said it on your show, Mint Diggity. I used to check out BYB in the morning, but the shows are like 3 to 5 hours now. Um, anyway, I said, on Hughes's show, it's like, uh, guys do, and this is what I was trying to say is like guys do clips and they cover that stuff. And some of them are really well done and I like them. Um, and some of them aren't. But we'll go there. Look at this. Isaac Walmart gifted one Schmuel Bachman membership. Thank you, Isaac Walmart. And look at that. Kim Nicholson was lucky enough to get that membership from Isaac Walmart. Uh, Ozone. More chatters than shows. I used to think I needed attention by super chatting. Apparently, I was far less attention seeking than everyone else. I don't know that it's a attention seeking. I mean, it's attention seeking. I know that when I used to super chat, it was like I would be engaged. I would get like annoyed, and they would be ignoring the free chat, and I would want to say something, or I would want my point to stand out. Uh, and sometimes it was just because I liked the people and I wanted to give them a couple of bucks. So, um, yeah, I guess we should talk about that first. So the whole deal was with there was no intention of me streaming tonight. Husey had asked me to come on with Chow last night, and we decided on tonight because last night was uh, not doable. Um, and then this afternoon, I heard Chow might not make it, and then I guess he didn't make it. So um, the big debate that wasn't, um, I don't, I don't get it. Um, you want to criticize, you want to judge, you want to talk shit to me, uh, but you have an opportunity to sit down, face me, and we've got this neutral arbiter and Husey, and you don't go there. Yeah, this is Cigarette Jones. Yes, this is how it will be portrayed. I almost thought today, it's funny. I would have rather have like left, and I was thinking of saying to Husey, well, if he's not going to be there, then go ahead and just do the show. But then I was like, no, because then it'll be said that I didn't show up. So I was there, and Eckel Pineapple was there to be an impartial judge, and Eckel doesn't like Chow or I, so it would have been perfect. Um, but he's always throwing a wheel. He's throwing a wrench in your wheel. I will not have it. It's not a wrench to me. I don't know what it is. Uh, yeah, he's scared, Schmuel, terrified. Look, I don't think so, but this has been a long time working, and you know, he knew I wanted to do it, could have done it, and so there you go. Kim Nicholson, it is attention seeking. If you don't want attention, you can Venmo or PayPal, in my opinion. Yes, some of it's attention seeking, but some of it is, I think, you don't get the bang for your buck with the Venmo or PayPal. For some people, um, so it's like if there's something going on in the chat and something going on in the show, and you want to be involved in it, that's kind of the way to get it in there. Stealth Chaos, because there's a lot of chats coming through. Stealth, I didn't even notice you were here until somebody said it. Cigarette Jones, why is he skipping my chats? There you go. I got the regulars I gotta take care of, buddy. Um, I'd send you a link. I can send you a link. Buckman, you have to watch her back. The pineapple will be the end of you. Um, I like I actually like the pineapple. And I admire what he's done and is doing with his channel. And one of the reasons why we wanted to get him, I was pushing to get you, not get you on a list, but that I thought you should be on a list. Um, I was talking to Chow while he was stuck in a garage. Thank you for covering for Chow, Stealth. I'm sure there were a myriad of reasons why you couldn't make it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Even Ray DeVito was stuck in a garage yesterday, and he managed to get on the stream. So there you go. Fake beaks, fake everything. That certainly you encapsulated my view of Chow 100% on here. So there we go. Can you do something and during send stealth the links? Nobody's everybody's sending them the link. He's not taking the link. So there we go. All right. I am gonna send a couple of people the link. If you don't take it or come on, that's all cool. But I do wanna pop it out to a couple of people. I only plan on being on till about 8:30, maybe quarter to 9, because I've got to get home. Man, this I thought it was me and boomerisms, but it's not. It's other people have complained to me about Twitter as well, and just for shits and giggles, I'll send him the link, and and um, if this guy's bored, I'll send it to him too. But people hate when I just send them links out there. Art Bell, would you bid on Granny's doo-doo cooler? No. Uh, no. The last thing I need is a shit cooler. A wide ankle shit show is known as a cankle. Eckel is killing it. Nobody knows why. Some people, there's Eckel, for all the shit that Husey's giving him, has figured out a niche on Saturday afternoon. He and Rochi make a really good pair. OG Mumbling Nick is good. And, you know, to say that Eckel does, a 5-6 hour stream and I can't listen, I'm going to imagine that there are a lot of people that listen to a particular hour or so and really like it. And to me, it's no real difference than a guy who does, 3 shows, or 2 shows a week in the middle of the week. It's when he has time. It's when he can work it out. So there you go. And I'm gonna stop ball washing Eckel. I hate ball washing, the term. And that was like my main question tonight to that I would have asked Chow is I get called these things. I get by these guys, by that little triad of Chow, Mir, and the Dan. And you get called, and he not just me, but other people, ball washer, clout chaser, other things. What are those things? Define them for me. And I have asked several people, uh, in and people I respect. I've asked them to define those terms for me, and everybody defines these terms differently. Um, so help me figure out what it is. My thing is if I want to put a show together and I see somebody that I like and I would like to have on the stream, am I ball washing them by going over there? And we are dropping, I don't know why. I went on Twitter and I'm looking, this is like I heard somebody the other night, I had like 278 on Twitter, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me when your coughs in there. Uh, Grifter is another one. Yeah, Grifter, and um, I am what do you call it? I don't I don't get it because I don't get this is and this is my thing is like, why do you care? Like, why would anybody care who does a show or when they do a show? Um, and you've got guys like uh all right. Um Nasty Neil, uh let me know if you just got a DM from me cuz I want to make sure that I'm not being trolled. Um but we just sent you a DM on Twitter. Um let's go here. Bucks cost yeah, trying to shoehorn in these terms is pretty pathetic stuff. The panderverse. Who are we pandering to? And what do you mean by pandering? Right? Because what I look at is people who want to do a show or a stream, want to be engaging, and want to have good, um, interesting conversations and and chat um, are pandering as opposed to the guy who just, oh, let me be contrarian. I'm always going to be contrarian. I'm always not going to like everything. It's like the kid at school, all dressed in, the goth kid maybe, or the nerdy, not the nerdy kid, but or like the sports kid, the kid who just, well, everybody else is garbage. I'm the one that's fantastic. Get the fuck out of here. And shit show. Don't be stupid. We know nobody watches on Twitter. That's why I just said the numbers are stupid. We got it. We got it. All right. Listen, um, dick riding is much better, much more fun than ball washing, I guarantee. Um, uh, it's the whiny verse. You all bitch and moan about the guy above you. I don't think I bitch and moan. I think, if anything, I'm criticized more because I talk about the guy. I admire the guys above me. Um, Dan and Chow are necessary. The verse can't be a hug box. The verse is not a hug box, number one. And number two, you can't be negative Ned all the time, right? You're not, you're not going to be, it's like everything. They don't like everyone. And they particularly don't like yeah, picking on um, people that I don't know. I'm not gonna. Maybe I shouldn't go there. But they love picking on guys that they think they can get something on, or it feels very. I feel like there's some jealousy that goes on with some of these guys, but I also feel like there's a certain amount of, okay, I see the big guy. It's like, I remember one sales job I had where the sales manager the first day was like, you got to pick the big guy and you got to go after him. And so it's like, you don't like anything, right? You don't like what I do. You don't like what Cardiff does. You don't like what Melton does, you know? Um, but maybe instead of complaining, do something, right? Do something. Just being contrarian all the time. Uh, I I don't get it. Um, Jealousy and contempt. Yeah, maybe that's what it is, but those that's what it feels like, stealth, but that's also the side of the fence that you seem to have landed on with those guys. So there we go. Uh, Chris Mack I says I don't like anyone. There's a there's a definite there's a definite thing with that is that it, it's it's not necessarily about liking but admiring sometimes, like um whether or not I happen to like Rocco because I know him, met him, he's a really good guy, but I don't have to like him to admire his ability. Mersh, I don't have to like Mersh to admire what he can do. Um, is he perfect? No. Are they 100% all the time? No. Um, but certainly way more than I am. So I will admire those guys, and unless you put yourself out there, like you got a guy like Harmonic who brags about how fantastic he is and whatnot. So yeah, so we'll go after that. But I don't know. I think I'm just talking shit. So I think it depends upon what day of the week you met me. Um, and Lady KB, she is the best. And I have met her on several occasions. Uh, I do like Dave. I like Dave too. I've never actually met Dave in person. He was supposed to come and stay with us in August, but he decided not to come. Uh, KB used to keep you hacks in line. KB didn't keep anybody in line. All right. KB was interesting because he was the raging old man, and he's talented and he's funny. Um, but it's just become so repetitive and the same thing over and over again. And like, how much can you ball wash for Chad? And I should stop using the word ball wash, but you know, Chad, and it's the same thing. Chad, Karmic, um, although Stevie Lou is growing on me, but even Stevie Lou, it's like there wasn't really much being offered. Um, and uh, so I don't know what I don't know what you're talking about. I don't really get I don't really hold on one second. I'm getting a message. A message. Taking everything super serious in this community, but I appreciate your artistic need to analyze the devils. Okay. Yes. Um and I will answer that post show. Um but to the person who sent it, yes, um, some no. But I also happen, unfortunately, I have to be. I can't help being a little serious. I'm not serious about the people, but it's society in general. So I like to look at it and like to think about it, like to talk about it. Um, so there we go. No, Isaac, we spoke to Ray DeVito earlier today. A message from Ray DeVito, Isaac Walmart. So last night was hilarious because Ray comes on and I asked him like, "Oh, how's your car?" Because I knew he had car trouble. How's your car? Car. I'm gonna tell everything about you. It's gonna dox me. Uh, I expected my credit report to go out. It was so much of an overreaction. Um, and that's it. Johnny something A569 whatever. Faith no more. We care a lot. We got it. I picked up the error. Um, so let's see. I wanted to send Nasty Neil the link, but I have a feeling that the Nasty Neil that I have on Twitter is not the actual Nasty Neil. So I don't really want to send uh, him the link. I do laugh at you guys though, because right, so there wasn't a lot of autism when I was growing up, in the sense that what do you call it? In the sense that people were just kind of like retarded or problemed or whatever, and then they started defining it, and then it was like nobody wanted it, nobody wanted it, and now I'm surrounded by people that constantly tell me I'm on the spectrum. I got a touch of the tiz. Um, all sorts of neat stuff. Let's see what Nice Podcast Stupid Live has to say for $5. Hey, Buck, you read every free chat but skip $2 super chats. Here's $5 since Cookie left you to go see her boyfriend. Panderverse. Yes, Dan, that's exactly what happened. What do you and excuse me. Some $2 super chats. What can I tell you? Maybe think before you waste your money, because I do read almost all of them. Roy Cohen Esquire, dollar, and nobody watches on Twitter. Thank you, Roy. I appreciate that. Nobody watches on Twitter, and so we just heard from Dr. Chow. And look, I'm breaking his balls, but I do look forward to being on stream with him at some point. And he's got questions for me, and I definitely have questions for him. So, so there we go. I should actually probably close Twitter, so I'm not looking at that. 1,000 cookies left me. Cookie's not going anywhere. Cookie's the best. So we went to Curacao, right? And then we came back, and I was down the beach. She was up in the city. She didn't have to come back. She was supposed to work in the city on Wednesday. I was down there, and then down at the beach, and she came Wednesday because she sent me a message. She's like, "I miss you," so she came back, and it was very cute because we just spent a week and a half together. So I was very happy about that. Lying about someone is hardly breaking balls. What? Someone lying about my wife going with somebody else or going someplace else? But I kind of got to laugh I do have to laugh about this Pandaverse thing, because I really think it's like shoehorning a thing in, but it reminded me of Hola, mi amigo.
Hola. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much, man. Your young lady sent me a message.
Fuck her.
So, how you doing? I was on Husey earlier. I was watching you yesterday on Husey, and I admire. You did well. You did well for keeping. You kept it in. I thought for Mersh.
Well, what do you mean? With Ava on?
Just with Ava, and there's so much bullshit going on. I do like your view that it's all bullshit.
Which thing? The Dabbleverse?
The Dabbleverse, even
Yeah,
Karmic,
like yeah. This is all fun, man. I heard that Equal guy like pissing and moaning today on you. I was watching the stream of you on it, and he was pissing and moaning about like, this Mersh, and he's like he's very standoffish, and he's like he's grandstanding, but like is he part of the Dabbleverse or is he not part? I'm not part of it. You people take this shit too seriously. It's not a fucking religion. It's the birth of our savior. Well, sorry, Schmuckman, I'm not speaking for you. It's the birth of our savior right now. Go to a church if you want fulfillment. Tired of this shit. They take it so seriously.
See, I don't think they take it as seriously as you guys think they take it. I think there are some people that take it seriously.
They get really ass mad when you disrespect the Dabbleverse. Do you understand the Dabbleverse? Even as far as online communities go, it doesn't even like it's not a big community. You know what I mean? Like the sector was a bigger community. Like, there's bigger communities out there. I think people take this a little too militantly seriously.
I can't argue with you there, but I do laugh at, like, you got a guy like me who's got, like, I have 40 viewers right now, and I will get, 6 trolls that are just constantly up my ass, and it's hilarious. It's like, guys, go away. Nobody cares.
Well, you're always going to have trolls. I don't mind people trolling and talking shit. It's just that I'm talking about the genuinely ass mad people that go like, "You don't, how dare you insult the." Shut up. It's all online. None of this is real. Like, I'm hoping everybody has other shit going on in their lives. Like, I know very little about Dave, but I know, like, Dave, what I know of, like, he's taking care of his family and stuff. Like, he's got shit outside of this that he's doing. You have a wife. You're going on. You guys have shit you're doing outside of this. Some of these people don't, man, and you can tell which ones don't.
Well, I just ask you a question because he was in earlier. The $2 Dan guy, right?
Oh, he takes
I
it
can't
very
believe
seriously.
I can't believe you're streaming. Yeah, and that's what I'm wondering. Like, is he just a troll, or is this, like, do you think he's a true believer? Like, he really takes this shit seriously?
I think that Dan has a wife who obviously speaks Portuguese and probably not a very full dance card in his social life. And I think that, yes, I think this is a big thing for him, man. I think this gives him purpose and meaning, and that's gay.
Yeah, I look, I thought in the beginning it was all fun and games, and then he got really mad at me. He was on a stream with me, and then I took the stream down just because I thought I felt like he was trying to dox somebody, or he was using somebody's real name. I didn't want to do it, and so what do you got? And he got all pissed off, and I'm like, it's a fucking YouTube stream. Who cares? You know. By the way, I'm hearing an echo, just so you know.
We're not hearing one.
I don't hear one.
Oh, okay.
I'll
I
check
got
the
it.
channel, make sure it's good.
When Mersh came on, it was, but just check. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Roy Cohen for $4.99. Nothing more grating than a guy who constantly laughs at his own jokes. Mersh is a low-life creep.
Okay, that's fair. I think I'm hilarious. I don't know what to tell you, man. Sorry I laughed, but I think I'm pretty funny. I wouldn't say the shit I was saying if I didn't think it was funny, and then sometimes I crack myself up. Sorry.
Dude, I was laughing about, speaking of you being funny, the Chad debate thing that they wanted you to do on Brennan. I'm like, how many times does this guy have to kick Chad's ass on Brennan's show before we understand he's going to do it, and over again? Even Quad, who can't stand you, wasn't buying it.
He backed out twice, and as far as I'm concerned, if it's like the UFC or it's boxing or it's any other one-on-one thing, right? Let's say me and Dave have a UFC fight, right? And then I don't make weight. We can still go through with the fight, right? But Dave gets half my fucking fight purse because 20%. And if I no show things, if I don't show, like, do you think Dana White's gonna set me up with another fight? No, it's like, hey, asshole, show up. So the fact that he wants to split anything 50-50, like, first of all, Chad, I've seen your numbers and I've seen my numbers. It's generous to think that you're going to draw 50% of the people on that stream. Come on.
Man, this weekend would have been perfect. You had Chad, Yakov Smirnov, and KB maybe would have come down, but that's not going to happen.
Yakov's actually, like, from what I've heard, he's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah, he was on MLC today. He's at Side Splitters this weekend. Chad's featuring for him.
I've heard very good things about that guy from comics, that he's actually a good dude. Takes care of comics. He's very Levy-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Dave, your mic is bad.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's still a little low.
Speaking of Levy, this is what the clip is right here. So if you want to bring that up, it's fresh off the grill, hot off the press. This is from today. Legion of Skanks talking about Bob Levy's stepdaughter. It's only about 3 or 4 minutes.
Stepdaughter?
Yeah, you got to play it. It's
Ray DeVito, open micer. Next question.
You want to jack off to old cute Ariana Grande? Paige Neiman on OnlyFans. It's great.
Who's that?
That's Bob Levy's stepdaughter. She's great.
If I was Bob Levy,
Dave,
what the hell's the Wi-Fi?
What?
He told us on the show.
Sorry.
He told us.
Yeah, on the show.
What?
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
If I was
As
Bob
long as
Levy, I
Bob
would
said it.
stop
Yeah, I mean, that's
advertising
different
that.
then.
I know.
If I was
Why?
Bob
He
Levy,
said, he said she's making more money than everybody.
What's her
because
name?
I'm gonna
Paige
go
what?
beat
Neiman.
off.
She looks just like
Let
Ariana
me see,
Grande.
Paige Neiman. Yeah, I remember this now. Yes, yeah, she's hot. She shows pussy.
But look at her.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy? She
She
looks
shows vagina.
exactly. Now she does.
Dude, showing your
She didn't.
pussy is crazy.
Thank
She
God
didn't
she
show her
doesn't
pussy.
look like Bob Levy.
Because you understand from a woman's perspective, showing your pussy is literally just like going like whatever. But for us, we're like,
Sorry,
oh,
it's
look at
better
her hole.
I'm gonna pull that down a little bit, only because
Okay.
I mean, if Bob himself brought it up, I don't.
that's what I was thinking. The same
He
thing.
did.
But
He
I'm
brought it up
also-
when he was on with Shuli.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was on with Shuli with Legion of Skanks. Whatever. All right, go watch it on my channel.
No, I just thought people were. I thought he didn't. I don't know.
He
Whatever.
wasn't cool with it back in the day. I remember that much.
Yeah. So
Maybe he's come to terms with it.
yeah, and I thought she was taken down.
I don't know.
I thought Ariana Grande went after her, but I try not. That's the stuff I try not to follow.
Oh wait, she was actually like being like an Ariana Grande like impersonator.
She's like a look. She looks a lot like her.
I know she does look like, but I didn't know she was playing like the angle of.
She wasn't, but they still. Everybody was saying it. She wasn't
Wow.
saying it. That's
Wow.
what I. It's only what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Interesting.
And I always had a thing for Ariana Grande. Sorry, Bob. I didn't look at your stepdaughter. Just
Yeah, I didn't either, Bob. Would blame Dave Sarah.
I
his
thought
fault.
it was. What are you talking about? This is. All right.
Everyone go now to Kiana C. Thompson's nude asshole.
Oh God, that's like getting a bucket of fucking ice water dumped on you after. Ugh.
That's exactly what it's trying to do, is switch things up. All right. So speaking of which, the premise is that Gino Bisconte is the center of all Dabbleverse troubles. Agree or disagree? That everything can be traced back to him.
I don't think he's the necessarily the source of it, because like that would imply that he's some kind of mastermind. So I don't think he's the. I think villain. Villain was the worst. I think villain was the worst word to use, because that implies that like Gino has any agency, which he clearly doesn't. I think if you were going to describe him, I would say maybe a cancer. Like everything he touches dies and turns to shit and withers. Yeah, then he's that. But I wouldn't say like villain, because I think villain was the word he used. And I'm like, well, he's not a villain because he's a fucking moron and he lives in a 1-bedroom apartment.
So it seemed to me, though, that there was a huge change that once Content House hit. Prior to Content House, I don't want to say people were shilling for him, but everybody was tolerating him, right? Carl from WATP would have him on. They were getting along with Chrissy Kumia, the whole bit. Content House happened. And whatever happened there, it's been a complete 180 ever since, right? This guy has he can't do anything right.
I gotta say, Content Hotel, it was like the first domino. It was beautiful, and ever since Content Hotel, everybody's been. I don't know if the Villa Roma's cursed. I don't know if they brought back some kind of supernatural curse from that place, but like it just seems like everyone's melting down now, and I'm here for it.
It's the straw that broke the camel's back, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then how fucking retarded do you have to be to see a performance or the Content Hotel performance of Scarlett Hampton,
Our
and
queen.
and then realize that you want to date her and have her move in with you? I mean, even you, Mersh, come on.
No, I don't. I had enough fucking drama in my life. I don't need any more. I like the people in my life to bring less drama. But I think that Matt's known for this. I mean, he said it before. I've dated other porn stars, and this is what he does. I think he looks for kind of fucked up, vulnerable girls. I've heard some things about him. He's got issues with women. That's what I've heard. And I think that I don't think women that he dates, I don't think he's emotionally mature enough. So I think that the women he dates are all some sort of a trophy for him. It's all something, like when he dates a woman, it's to show everybody how cool he is. Look at this pretty girl I have, as opposed to trying to find somebody to have a genuine connection with. And it shows every time Scarlett's name comes up, and he's like, dude, we were just having like such good sex just now. And it's like, bro, you're almost 40. Grow the fuck up.
But everybody else is like, well, she's a mental patient, you know? Of course you're having sex with her.
Yeah, she needs help. I don't think the internet is good for her. I don't think this corner of the internet is good for her.
I feel like I could get her. That's how bad it is. That was when I had the choice of which Spice Girl I would take. I said Sporty because she was the one that I thought I could get.
The attainable one.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she got her teeth fixed, and then like years later, I remember seeing her, and I was like, oh, she's not bad looking.
Hey, look. It's not like it's not like they're banging down my door to come to me, you know. And I'm also old, so anybody under 40 looks good to me. So we'll go with that. All right. So the Gino thing, my view on that is, I think Cumia, they were saying that, other people have said it. It's not what I've said, but that Cumia did Gino a major disservice by not telling him that he only had, 30 or 40 viewers. And this guy got out of there and he thought, I'm going to kill it, and nothing. And then there's such a resemblance between he with Keanu and Steel Toe with April. Like they brought these girls on, right? Thinking they were A Star Is Born, they need me this. And then they become like Keanu gets more attention than Gino gets anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think that April was better though. Like I think that April was a better natural fit as a broadcaster than Keanu is. She was less grating. She at least had timing, and was good at making fun of Aaron, which I think we all enjoy. Whereas I think Keanu just kind of backs up everything Gino does. Although I'm seeing a couple of cracks in the foundation now. I don't know if you saw the other day that clip of them where they were talking and he just kept interrupting her and she looked like she was going to fucking kill him.
She did, yeah, it's going to be one of those cooking streams and she's going to hit him with the butcher knife. Tommy Jordan for $2. Buckman can get her. Thank you, Tommy.
By the way, Panhandler in your chat said I was ripping on MJ the other day. Have I reversed course? I don't know which person that is.
Oh, MJ is the Morgan, the chick with no lips and the four-side white eyes. Who was after
redhead?
Scarlett? Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah. I just went after her last night for like an hour. I'm gonna fucking. Are you kidding me? That woman is about to live in a fucking river of my shit. I'm gonna be shitting on her from a great height for a long time. I hate that fucking cunt.
I was trying to watch her last night, man. She's got those weird eyes. It's like they're soulless. But like the foresight. Do you remember the chick who like ran off with somebody but claimed that she was thrown in a van and forced to perform oral sex on another chick? Mm-hmm. She reminds me of her. She's got that same, the wide eye thing where they're kind of vacant and those thin little lips.
Yeah. Maybe she's perfect for Matt Mead. He has no lips. She has no lips.
Yeah. And that you hit on it though. She did seem awfully jealous of little Scarlett last night,
You saw the picture I showed, right?
The one, she's got the feet up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that bitch wanted to be a part of this thing. She wants to be in the game. Guess what, MJ? Now you're in the game. Congratulations.
You're in the game. And not a funny thing out of her, man. Like, not even a chuckle.
I had a better punchline than her because we watched one video of her stand-up, and of course it was immediately like, oh, blowjobs, pussy hole, because that's all women do. And she's like, oh, it's a fun fact. I sneeze during blowjobs. And my punchline was, yeah, are you allergic to dogs? Get it? Yeah, I hate her, though. I can't stand this woman. It's sour grapes. She's got a fucking... Like, for her to reach the logic points she reached about Scarlett was like, oh yeah, no, she's the abuser, not the one we've seen be abusive on camera multiple times. And also, this whole like, oh, well, she needs, he needs to get away from her. It's his house. He won't let her leave. We found this out. He won't let her leave.
So here's the little tidbit of information that I was given today, and it's from the Dabbleverse, so take it with a grain of salt. But you know the whole thing about her winding up in Elmhurst Hospital?
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason. It's not that it's cold, and it's not that they can't get flights. It's that she's can't get on a plane because of what happened the first time. So she was tossed off a plane. That's how she wound up in Elmhurst. And
okay, that's one airline, though. I mean, unless you've been banned from every airline.
I mean, I guess they could find a flight. There aren't that many that go to. I mean, I go to Wisconsin, but I mean, it's like maybe they're afraid that she's going to do something again.
Wait, who's afraid? Oh, the airline?
Well, Matt. Maybe
okay, but all right. Listen? If her mom's sick and it's Christmas time, like what fucking Matt needs right now is to shut his thin-lipped mouth. This isn't about him. She's unhappy. They're both unhappy. That's a toxic situation. She clearly wants a break from it right now. So honestly, I wipe my ass with what Matt fucking Mead wants. Matt wants a lot of things. He wants to be a funny comedian. A lot of shit's not going to happen, Matt. The point is, this woman wants to go home. She expressed it publicly. So at this point, like it's at a point where he can pretend like, oh, well, she says I won't let her leave, but then when we're not on camera, she doesn't want me to leave. The fact that she's still there now is a problem. If my girlfriend sorry, guys, I got to use an analogy. I hope this doesn't make everyone mad. But if my girlfriend cried on a fucking stream and said, I want to go home to see my mom, and Mersh won't let...
talking about his girlfriend again.
They do it every time. Yeah. Sorry, I need an analogy here. But if she started crying on a stream and saying, I want to go see my mom, she's sick, and he won't let me leave, right? Even if I ended the stream, woke up the next day and she said, oh, I calmed down now. I don't want to leave. I'd be stuffing her in a fucking car, driving her to the airport, stuffing her on a plane and making her go by herself so that everyone knows, hey, she wanted to go see her mom. She's going to see her mom now. It's not. But the fact that she's always still there tells me he's the one with the fucking, he's the one keeping her at arm's reach. And it's got to stop.
I would feel like... at the very least, I drop her off at a friend's house. I'd get her out so nobody could say, because
exactly, something.
Ava asked the other night, like, why can't she get on a plane? Like, why do you say that if she wanted to go by herself, would you let her? Because he kept saying, I have to drive her. And I'm thinking, like, in my head, I'm like, that's very fucking controlling, and it's a long fucking drive to Wisconsin. I don't know, man. It's all very.
Get her a goddamn bus ticket. Get someone else to drive her. You can buy 17,000 computers, Mr. Rich Guy. This can be done. It can be arranged, and it could have already been done by now. And as far as I'm concerned, only one person's preventing it from happening, and that's Matt Mead.
I'm with Beloved Chatter. Here, I think he puts this very well. She's an insane person.
Yes.
It's pretty possible. Shit. It went off. It's pretty possible she's making all of this shit up, and she walked out the door. She'd be turned out again in 30 seconds. I just think any normal guy would out.
I get it. But all of you people continue to ignore the evidence that we've seen and heard with our own eyes. And every time I hear people say, oh, well, Scarlett's crazy. Imagine. They always say shit like, imagine what she's doing to him. Or could you picture what she's like to deal with? No, I've seen what Matt Mead is like to deal with. I've dealt with it personally. And so have you. And anybody with their head in the sand at this point is a fucking asshole, in my opinion. Like, we could sit here and speculate about what a hard time it is to deal with Scarlett, but we've seen what a piece of shit Matt Mead is, and everybody wants to just ignore it.
Yeah, and Sam Bibley, right? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. And it's like, this fucking guy, he's going to wind up I don't know. I've been in, like, psychotic relationships with chicks. You never wind up winning. You know what I mean? You never wind up saving them. You always wind up in trouble.
But I already addressed that when I said, okay, fine. If my chick said, he's not letting me leave, I want to leave. And then the next day she was like, I changed my mind. I would put my foot down and go, well, now you have to leave because now people are saying I'm abusive. They're saying I'm not letting you go. I'm sticking you in a fucking cab. You're going to your mom's house. Like, it's the bottom line. So I think that they are both responsible to some extent for this. However, I don't think that she's the one, like, I don't think he's the one that feels like he's in danger, you know?
Yeah, look, man. It just feels to me as beloved Chad Matt's a scumbag for fucking her in the first place. She's a
don't
crazy
disagree with
person.
that. I don't disagree with that.
Right, and her, calling her an actress. No, she's a chick who gets in her car and fucking sucks dick and puts it on OnlyFans.
Yeah, he's acting like he's sticking his dick in Julia Roberts. Like, let's calm down.
This is no Jenna Jameson, even. No. Oh man, I don't get it. And the thing is, Matt Mead sort of came out of the woodwork. I mean, we've known about him, we've known his name, but nobody really knew who he was. And it's like, this is your coming out, right? I'm with the crazy broad that everybody saw licking the carpet of the Villa Roma. Dude, you must need some help too. And yes, as the ice dancer says, and this is what I've been trying to say for 2 weeks, is she just needs to be home. She needs a home.
Yeah, period. This time of year, you need to be home with family, period.
I wonder though, like, I'm going to guess that I would just think off the top of my head, her family probably is done dealing with her too.
Okay,
So,
but we're back to probablys and maybes and possiblies.
But get her out of your house.
All I can tell you is what she expressed explicitly what she wants. It's very clear he's preventing that from happening. And anybody getting bogged down in any other, possibilities or what ifs is really just, you're muddying the waters. Get her the fuck out of there. Let her go be with her family for Christmas. And if on December 26th, if the fucking bitch wants to go back and be with him, let her go back and be with him and we can let him kill her at that point. Who cares? But right now, she's literally crying out for help and half the fucking dabbletards are in here going, yeah, but can you imagine what a dumb cunt she is? Waka waka. And it's like, okay, yeah, Merry Christmas to you, you fucking pieces of shit. These are the same people that take the Dabbleverse seriously. Grow up.
All right, so let me switch topics very, very quickly because I know I don't have you for a lot of time. Karmic, Felicia. Do you think Karmic's getting a pass?
No, I mean, for now, yeah. But I think it's starting to. I think it's starting. The winds of change are coming. I think that once he made up with Pat and made up with Taz, and then last night he's back to like fuck Taz, fuck Pat, and they're plotting against me. And I'm getting screenshots from random chat room people, and I believe them wholeheartedly without any verification. I'm gonna kill everybody and burn their worlds down. I think the patience, for me, my patience is pretty much worn thin. I tried to go on last night and go, hey, maybe cool it. And maybe do some more investigating first before you go scorched earth. He's like, fuck that. And it's like, all right, man, you know what? You're on your own. Just fucking, wither up and die, I guess.
I heard he cost me $12,000 with the fucking with his Amazon gift thing or whatever. It was insane.
Make a new wish list and make sure the people can't edit it next time.
And, but I'm specifically talking about Felicia and the breakup with Felicia. Now, she's a nut. I'm friendly with Dixon. I know what he's been through.
And he's a nut too.
She's definitely toxic. But I think everybody Felicia manipulated you. Felicia did, she took advantage of you. Felicia was using you for her own purposes. I don't know. I think he's kind of a manipulative little cunt. And I'm wondering if he manipulated Felicia as much as she manipulated him.
I doubt it because his manipulation handbook, it's not like he has a sophisticated playbook. Keep in mind, this is a guy who, if I took him right now to a doctor's office, within a half hour, I could get him diagnosed with Asperger's. All right. He's an Asperger suffering hayseed. He doesn't have a lot of life experience. You can't You cannot convince me in any way that Karmic is able to manipulate Felicia, other than maybe pouting once in a while. Like every guy can manipulate. If your girl doesn't want to blow you and you go pout, that's manipulating. But the point is, I don't think beyond pouting and being a sad boy, I mean, it doesn't really work.
I'm married.
People have tried. Not me. Couldn't be me. But no. But I mean, like, I don't think he's got the playbook she does. This is like saying, oh, Andy Reid is up against this high school fucking football coach. And this high school football coach, I think he's manipulating the guy who has fucking 3 Super Bowls under his belt. I don't buy it.
All right. I get it. I came across to me as she thought she could save him. And it's similar sort of to Keanu and April and all these things where the smarter person picks up the more successful person picks up the less successful, and they're going to help them and they're going to save them, and then that person winds up turning on them. That's where I don't know. I just think he's way more manipulative than we're giving him credit for.
But like, what's way more manipulative? Because again, he's a fucking idiot.
He is an idiot, but he's 40. He's a 41-year-old idiot.
So right? What? He's a 41-year-old idiot who literally never got his dick wet before Felicia and has never left his town of 200 people. I mean, how much game do you think he picked up on the way to where he is now?
Yeah, I what do you call it? And this is more of this bullshit. Speaking of Asperger's, how does Ethan's taste?
We did that already.
Yeah.
Hey, when are we going to stop being a test stream and be a real stream, Big Brian?
I know, right? Brian told the story of me handing out 20s on the casino floor or wherever in Hackermania, something that never happened.
Yeah. No, you're reaching. That's the problem is now it's reaching like peak self-priority. It's that every listener, every chatter is now going to have a live stream, and they're all going to try the same angle, the Dan, the quads, the whole like, whoa, this is a controversy. What is this person really up to? And it's like, okay, that's fine, but 4 people are watching, man.
Yeah, Dan particularly does it with me. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing this because, as you said, I have fun doing it. I don't really, it's their opinion of me is not going to change how I react. But this may make sense here. This is the mega Dr. G, whatever, who backed out of a debate with me tonight. Mersh is doing the trick of speaking authoritatively and in absolutes, and it rubes believe it, but anyone else with a sense can have a laugh.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never read a DM from Dr. Chow that wasn't like literally sucking my cock all the way to the balls. So, I mean, I guess you don't like me now, but it is what it is.
Well, that's what he does. And then when otherwise.
Oh, you mean he's a different person? He's a different person when he speaks to you directly than he is in public? Oh, we have a word for that. It's called a disingenuous piece of shit.
I think he's just a troll, and he likes to pick at little things.
But
and
the difference is the difference is I was calling him a disingenuous piece of shit back when he was sucking my dick in public, because I saw it then and I see it now. So, hand me another one.
I thought, because that was part of the thing with Dan. Like, you were going off on Dan one night, right? About what a disingenuous piece of shit he is. And I'm like, this is exactly what he wants.
Yeah, he bought his wife in a favela. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about here? He has no right to moral grandstand about anything. You have to import pussy, homie.
I'm not gonna. Yeah,
you had to pay an import tax on your wife's pussy.
So I believe that they met on a beach in Miami.
Sure, they did.
Yeah. It's so weird. I always avoid going after people's wives. I've never said anything negative about her.
Well, he actually started with the girlfriend-wife shit. So
it started with me too.
Never said anything about his wife until he brought my girlfriend into it. And I went, oh, okay. Wives and girlfriends are now on the menu. All right. Well, his wife was always on a menu, but you get my drift.
I do. I imagine it takes a lot of stamps to come from Brazil to Massachusetts, but what do I know? Um, with but with Carmack, I think. See, I just feel like we give this guy a pass on so much stuff. Yes, he's autistic, right, or mentally retarded, whatever you want to
Same
call him.
difference.
But he's 41. He's 41 years old. He complain, all that. I'm gonna kick this guy's ass. I'm gonna do this, and then whenever he's on a stream with anybody, he's backing down. All right. And then the other night with little KB, he had to go get a drink in order to be able to do it. But if I don't know, maybe I'm more about personal responsibility. My thing is like, if you're in a small town and you don't like it, move. Just move. You're 41 years old. You're single. You had 15 years or whatever it is. You could move. You moved.
Do you know how hard it's going to be to move that whole house?
I know, especially since they took the wheels off. Schmuel, you fool. I had no idea in a 12-hour test stream would gain any traction. Test stream tonight. All right, Brian. Brian, I emailed you, Brian, and I said it didn't happen. And you were like, you were sticking with it. And those, you got your guys sticking with it. Frankly, I'm proud to be thought of as a guy that can afford to stand out and hand out 20s. I've been called worse things. So
you sure you didn't hand out something? You didn't hand out maybe those little chocolate coins?
That's what I would. My stickers, man. I stole all the Melton stickers and was handing them out. I've never gotten so many goddamn stickers in my life as I have since I came into Dabbleverse. Great joke tonight. This the 30K with Gino is like, somebody said, I don't know how he affords to live. And I'm like, yeah, I do. American Express.
How did he even get that deep in an Amex? I thought you paid an Amex every month. Like not a payment. I thought you had to pay the full balance of an Amex every month.
The thing with Amex, no, you don't. You're supposed to. I mean, that's why I got one, because when I first got a credit card, I was like, oh yeah, I'll go to the bank and get $20 out of the ATM, not realizing it was costing me $40. And then they want you to pay it back. But yes, you are supposed to pay it off. But Amex now does all these things where they let you make a payment. Like my Amex bill, like, I don't know, say it's $3,000 bill, they'll be like, oh, your minimum payment is $79. The interest rate is 30%, but, and the other part is you can run up an Amex card pretty quickly because they're pretty liberal. They're pretty goddamn liberal, at least in my case, with how much they'll give you.
We used to not take Amex at certain strip clubs I worked at because they are so notorious for ruling on the customer side.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, we would get guys that would come in and they would drop like 10 grand on an Amex, and we would get a copy, which, by the way, this is all illegal. Don't do this, but strip clubs by and large still operate very illegally. And it was 15 years ago, so I can't get in trouble. But we would get we would take their ID, we would take their Amex, we'd go in the office, we would photocopy them both face down. Then they would have to sign the slip and sign the photocopy of their ID and their thing. Then we would get a fucking thumbprint, and we would put a thumbprint on the receipt, and we would still have Amex tell us like, nope, we're giving the customer their money back. So we just stopped taking Amex.
Look, I have a business. I take credit cards. I don't take Amex. Aside, the other thing too is Amex also takes a bigger chunk out of it than everybody else. 2 pounds from your buddy Eckel Pineapple. Ciao. Life forms with Schmuel. Redemption. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But thank you, Eckel. And Eckel had the link from earlier, and I did ask him to come on, but before you, but he didn't. So strip clubs, I know that like in Manhattan, it used to be like you could use your card, but the charge would be like some store around the corner. Now that was a long time ago. I don't know if it's the same.
There's kind of workarounds. Depends on how dodgy the club is. You know what I mean? Like it really just depends on how dodgy the club is. Like, but we usually, like when I worked at Gold Club, it was a Gold Club account, but we didn't want to say Gold Club on the receipt because we didn't want to get guys in trouble. So it said GC Restaurant.
Oh, I gotcha.
So
That's
you
what I
could-
was thinking.
yeah,
I was
that
thinking
way-
you
yeah.
could put it through as a restaurant.
Yeah, we would call it GC Restaurant, and it was like, it was still Gold Club, but that way if your wife saw the fucking receipts, she would just think maybe you spent $8,000 on steak.
You could really blow through 8 or 10 grand in a club like that, huh?
Yeah, you can, especially when I was running it.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Did you ever work at any of the ones up here, or is that where you got started, or?
Yeah, I worked at I worked at Blush and Comac, and then the Carousel a little bit, the two Long Island clubs, never in the city.
Remember Merry-Go-Round on Queens Boulevard?
No, but those things switch names so often in the city, it's kind of crazy. Like every time they get raided by the cops, it's just a new LLC the next day.
The Merry-Go-Round was there forever. And I was right on Queens Boulevard in Sunnyside. And then one day it was gone. It became a legitimate bar. Or Nichols on Queen. You don't remember Nichols on Queens Boulevard?
No. Might have been before my time.
Nah, man.
I worked for the guy that the Hells Angels tried to kill. The one that like 12 of them went to prison for all plotting the murder. And I worked for that guy. He was awesome. They like firebombed his club, and they kept trying to get shakedown money from him, and he basically just told them to go fuck themselves. And then one night they showed up to the club and they like stabbed him up and jumped him, and he somehow fought him off and drove himself to the hospital. And now he owns clubs. Like he's the man.
Wow. Yeah. Nichols was on 69th Street and Queens Boulevard, and it was there for forever, probably even after you left. And it was the saddest club in the world. It was like you could go in there at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night and you would think you were there at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, counting the chicks' black and blue marks and needle holes for dancing. But and not that you had anything to do with it, but was it Goldfingers on Queens Boulevard? Was it Goldfingers?
I remember Goldfingers.
So I worked with a guy who was in sales at the time. I worked with a guy he was the number one salesman in the place. This guy was making money, and he fell in love with a stripper. And within a year, he wound up out on the street facing charges for stealing money from the company.
That'll happen. I saw that happen to a lot of Marines.
Frankie, you don't love me.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Marines that would happen to, where when I worked near the Marine base, and I had to talk out one of my buddies out of it one time. I'm like, she's going to ruin your fucking life, dude. You don't want to do this.
I had a buddy I went to Nichols once, and a buddy fell in love with one of the bartenders. And I don't know. He was like, he came from the West Coast, and he was at NYU Film School, and it was like he was an act. I mean, like recruited the whole bit, and that was like it. What was it? He dated her, and then the guy just sort of disappeared and fell off the map. But in any event, all right, my friend, I am going to let you go. I'm going to bail out myself. I just wanted to thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, I just happened to sit down. I saw the link. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll pop on with Schmuel anytime.
I'm sorry I didn't go after you for 1983 Tumblr accounts. And
yeah, listen, you can attack me all you want, but don't do it on behalf of these fucks, because you know what's going to happen? They're never going to like you either. So ignore these fucking jackals.
Oh, it was hilarious, man. They were so pissed off at me the night you came on, because we're here having good, just fucking laughs. And these guys are like asking, and like Jesse, I whatever the word is, I blocked him. I timed him out, You can't do that to him. And I'm like, why? Am I going to get like 50 pounds of coleslaw?
Can I just ask you one question?
Sure.
Who seems bent out of shape more? Me or all these people that hate me?
I'd have to say them, obviously.
I'm having a good time. Remember, I'm the one laughing at my own jokes.
Well, and partly yes, and also too is it's like I wouldn't know who these guys were if it weren't for you. It's not like they were in the universe and they were doing stuff. Now look, I came to it late and I'm an old man, but at the same time, it's like you could watch those documentaries in air quotes that they did about you, and it's like, oh wait, he's still standing.
Yeah.
Right.
And by the way, my
Laughing
ex-wife couldn't have put together a better petty spite doc. Like
Yeah.
you would have think I sodomized Porcelain's mother in front of him. When you get to part 3, it's like, Jesus, dude.
it was like, I'm like, they got to be kidding me. And it was like 3 documentaries of kind of the same bullshit that the one guy was trying to do to you with the account, this email, and he could easily prove, and you're like, why would, right? Like,
Well,
fuck
I
you.
never had a Tumblr, so why would I now link an email to a Tumblr I've never that probably had a bunch of fucking weird IPs from Bangladesh? Why would I now attach my shit to it in fucking 2025 when there is verification and shit? And then no, exactly. No.
Right. And yeah, and it's not like there weren't 8 million Mersh accounts, right?
Well, then there was also no two-factor authorization before like 2015.
Right.
2015, 2016 was when non-bank websites, remember, started making you, because it was annoying. I remember being annoyed, being like, God damn it, I got to add 2FA to fucking everything now. And back in 2011, 2012, there was none of that. It was only bank websites that would text you to make sure it was really you. Other than that, no. So they got nothing. They've always had nothing. It's the same 5 people that have been trying to get me for 7 years, and I'm still here. So
It's only been 7. It feels the way that it looks like this goes back like you had a beef from like the Hatfields and the McCoys. Like this is a generational beef.
I might have sodomized his mom too. I don't know. I fucked a lot of chicks.
Mersh was married. LOL. Mersh, you want to tell him who actually performed your wedding?
Mr. Reverend Bob Levy, sir.
I heard that. I thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
We were at the 4 Point Sheridan in Melville, I want to say, somewhere on Long Island.
Wow. All right. And then this one, I want to clear. This is Harry Dunn. You did go to the cops because because Zumach live streamed on your street. That's incorrect, isn't it? Though, isn't it that you didn't, and then he said he was coming back, and that's when you did.
No,
right?
it wasn't even when he said he was coming back. It was when I told him, Chad, just say, it's not cool to go to people's houses. And he went, I want everyone to go to Mersh's house. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And then the next day on his show, and he was sober, reiterated, I want cars lined up around the block. I want everyone to go to Mersh's house. And I was like, well, now it's a crime. Now it's a crime. So, I don't show up to my fucking house. I think that's a pretty easy thing to ask. And if you show up to my house and start yelling and ranting and raving, I'm going to call the cops. If you show up to my house like some people have tried before and keep ringing my doorbell, which, by the way, doesn't ring, so you're just really wasting the battery on my Ring doorbell camera. But when you show up and ring my doorbell, you're just going to stand out there like a fucking idiot. And that's happened before. And I've had 2 people do that over the years. And then they stand out there and they keep looking around and ringing. And then eventually they get in their car and fucking leave. I don't go outside to meet with people I don't know unless they're wearing a deputy's fucking outfit, unless they're waving an FBI badge, or they have an Uber Eats order that I ordered in their hand. So
Yeah.
It really is a practice in futility.
So if it's not an Indian guy, you're not opening the door. Is basically? Well, that's
even if he has my food, I'm not opening the door for an Indian guy.
that's all we have up in New York now. I thought last thing, I thought Quad got very lucky that all this shit broke in the Dabbleverse with Scarlet and everything else, because that call in 911, that was a pussy move. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah. Well, and you know what I found out? It's a little fun fact, because I've been looking into, the laws and stuff, that, and it's a very, I don't know, it's probably a long shot that they'll even charge Quad for that, but we'll see. If the Quadfather 911 call results in charges. Chad is also technically on the hook for the swatting and could be added to his charges because he's the one that encouraged everybody to come to my house and doxed my address. So they basically will charge you for stalking or harassment, but then if other things happen as a result, he will eat that charge as well. So I don't know. I would start being a lot more polite to me if I were Chad Zumach.
All I would say, the one thing I say about the Dabbleverse and these legal threats and everything else is, I always tell everybody, fuck off. Nothing's gonna happen. There's one situation though where there's a caveat, and that caveat is Polk County, Florida, and Grady Judd.
Hey, that's where I live.
Yeah, exactly. Because you never know what that fucking guy's gonna do. And
we're very bored. We don't have a lot of crime here.
As my buddy, the ATF agent who's up in Okaloosa County, said to me, when they were talking about the break-ins, because we have a spate of them up here, where people, the home invasion stuff, and you guys are, that don't happen in Florida because they blow your fucking ass off. Mersh, let me let you go. I could talk to you all night, buddy. Have a great show. And
soon,
you're going to be on at 10? Is that correct?
Yeah. I gotta go get some smokes and then I'll be back.
Do you want to do a plug or
just Nightwave? Nice guy Mersh on YouTube. I'll be there 10 o'clock. You guys know where to find me. They have this fucking chat either likes me or fucking can't stand me, but they all know where to find me.
PayPal, Venmo, Mersh. All right, and help him hit his goal tonight. Good night.
Take it easy, buddy.
Take care, pal. All right. We'll let Mersh go. So this was supposed to be a 45-minute stream that turned into there we're going. And let's see. Free Chad, free quad. Yes. Free quad, free pod awful. I thought it said free pod quad. Oh, whatever. And what about SJ and Ava doing all these strikes in the Dabbleverse? I should have gone there. I didn't even think about it, but that's bullshit. And I hope that I guess I had to put that button. This is going to come back to Johnny, but my belief, which is just me believing, is that John is losing this lawsuit, very much losing this lawsuit. And this is trying to ratchet it up because John's side was looking for a settlement, but they didn't want to have to pay anything. So I guess next week is the court date for the anti-slap motion or the slap, whatever it's called. So we'll find that. Mint Diggity, Rat. He wasn't, he didn't call the cops first, right? Sam Bibley, have they struck anyone besides TSN? Jimmy, that's a question for you. I don't know the answer, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of striking anybody, and I am a person who has mixed feelings about stream sniping and some of the clips and stuff. So we could talk about that one day. Mint Diggity, as you cry, the DV takes everything too seriously. He's running to the cops to rat people out. Got it. I got you, but at the same time, right? It's the guy's house, and you're going there. They're saying they want people there. You got the other one guy calling 911. You really this is kind of stuff. I just think it was like a shot across the bow to maybe nip it in the bud. And look, I may come across as a Mersh ball washer. I'm not. I think that he's funny. I have a lot of issues with him. And we talk about that off stream, but I'm definitely not going to turn him down. And I do admire how him just being him annoys the fuck out of so many people. So, I'm also not, I tend not to believe a lot of stories about what people have done and where they are. And look, the guy may be 40, whatever, girlfriend, house, seems to be doing okay. And even when his car was repoed, right? he took care of it, and he didn't moan about it. You know, people were trying to embarrass him, so he owned it, and that's the one thing that I give him credit for. He didn't make excuses for why it happened. He didn't pay he didn't pay his bill, you know, and so and that's what he said. So isn't that really kind of what we want, right? Like when we talk about redemption, whatever, like, and hopefully this new young lady makes him a little bit less self-destructive, which I think is going to naturally happen. But I hate to admit, uh, it does warm my little heart to see him just all schmoopy about a young lady. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight. It's Schmuel, your favorite ball washer. I might take this stuff too seriously. I don't think that I do, but I do enjoy it. Jimmy I 319 Sam Bibley, not sure, but there was a screenshot of Ava bragging to SJ. She reported MLC, not a copyright, but a content issue with little KB last night. Boom. Running to the cops isn't redeeming. What meant if I said I was going to have a Carla, you know, it's Chad, right? Talking about a guy with a pretty long criminal record. If he threatened you, what would be your response? I don't know, right? So I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that situation. But there you go. But I did think that when it first happened, he didn't. And then as it got a little bit more intense, he did report it. I can't really blame him for that. I do want to say, though, that it was really Chad. It was I thought it was very cowardly of Chad. Yeah, I'll come to your house and I'll yell. I know you're not going to come outside, but God forbid I have to face you on a stage. All the excuses in the fucking world. But I won't face you on a stage. And that's the wait, he's a 22-year-old comic. Mersh isn't funny. Why are you fearing him? And even KB said he would get involved. Everybody would have had a nice payday. It would have been a lot of fun. So this is another one of those times when I think the wrong guy gets off. And I think Chad is getting off in this one. I think it was a pretty shitty move. But hey, that's just me, though I'm entitled to my opinion. All right. So everyone can be redeemed except Chad Zuma. Good. Got it, Lord Schmuel. I tried to fucking help him redeem. I have actually liked Chad and would like him to see him do it, but you can't be redeemed when you're acting out at the same time. You know, it's like I can redeem you from doing something to me, but you got to stop your behavior first, right? I'm not gonna let walk away while you're doing it. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know. So it's Chad Mint Diggity. Mint is the what do you call it? I Mint is the one guy I will say in the Dabbleros that when Mint comes after you, it's honest. I also thought about with I think about that with Stevie Lou. And I know people don't like Stevie, but I don't think. All right. No, it doesn't make sense. Being afraid of Chad is wild. I'm not arguing that being afraid of him, but the problem is with this stuff is you never know what could happen but for other people, because you that's my thing is like we know Chad wouldn't do anything, but do we know that the morons that follow him and that like him and whatnot, that they wouldn't do anything, and that his behavior, his going there would encourage them. So I don't know. I mean, I just don't know. I thought he's the short little dude with perfect facial structure, might I add, and a great head of hair and a spanking set of teeth. So, and I didn't measure him. He was measured. He was 5'8". I believe he was wearing lifts. I'm about the same height as Chad, so I certainly cannot judge him for his height. And I've never seen Chad walking around. I've never seen Chad walking around saying he's 5'11" or any of that stuff. So there we go. Guys, it has been an absolute blast. I hope that I will get to see you all over the weekend. 4 p.m. tomorrow, I'll be on with Eckel. I would have loved to have Eckel come on tonight, but it's like fucking 3 a.m. in England. Lots of fun. And